Have you ever felt completely empty? Like everything you held dear has been stripped away, leaving you with nothing but bitterness and sorrow. The Book of Ruth, a story we often associate with hope and romance, actually begins in one of the darkest places imaginable. It's a gut-wrenching tale of loss, a cascade of death that leaves a woman named Naomi feeling utterly abandoned by God. Our story starts in Bethlehem, a town whose name ironically means house of bread, during a time of crippling famine. To survive, a man named Elimelech, his wife Naomi, and their 2 sons are forced to leave their home and seek refuge in the foreign land of Moab. It was a desperate move, but they had no other choice. However, their escape from starvation didn't lead to safety. Instead, it led them straight into the arms of death. First, Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died. She was now a widow in a strange land, left only with her 2 sons. The emptiness was just beginning to creep in. For a while, there was a glimmer of hope. Her sons married to local women, Orpah and Ruth. For 10 years, Naomi might have found some comfort in her daughters-in-law, a fragile sense that her family line might continue. But this small comfort was about to be shattered. About 10 years later, both of her sons also died. Imagine the devastation. Naomi was now left without her husband and without her 2 sons. Her name, which meant pleasant, felt like a cruel joke. Her future, her family, her legacy all gone. She felt empty of sons, empty of hope, and in her own mind, empty of God's favor. With nothing left for her in Moab, a land that had become a graveyard for her family, Naomi decides to return to Bethlehem. She urges her daughters-in-law to go back to their own families, her words revealing the crushing weight of her grief. She says, "I am particularly sorry for you, because the Lord has sent me so much trouble." When Naomi and Ruth finally arrive back in Bethlehem, the townspeople are excited to see her. "Is this really Naomi?" they ask. Her response is a raw cry from the depths of her soul. "Don't call me Naomi," she answers. "Call me Mara, because Almighty God has made my life very bitter. When I left here, I had plenty, but the Lord has brought me back with nothing." She doesn't just feel empty, she proclaims it. She renames herself bitter and openly declares that God himself has brought her back with nothing. This is the absolute peak of her emptiness and grief. She believes her life is a testament to divine punishment, a barren landscape of loss. But even in this profound, suffocating emptiness, the story plants a tiny seed of hope. The final verse of this chapter tells us that when Naomi and Ruth arrived in Bethlehem, the barley harvest was just beginning. Naomi felt completely empty, believing all was lost. But the timing of their arrival and the steadfast loyalty of her foreign daughter-in-law, Ruth, are subtle hints that God's compassion had not entirely abandoned her. The fields were full of potential. Her profound emptiness was about to meet the possibility of extraordinary grace, setting the stage for a redemption story that would bring life back to her barren heart. Thank you for watching. If you are moved by Naomi's story, please like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the powerful narratives of the Bible.